make that a bad decision. So I think in kind of talking with him, kind of reinforce the idea, yeah, let's tackle this while we can. And, obviously things are cyclical, so, they've gotten some good diversity there and some new things, so hopefully that bounces back and we'll have a problem in 3 to 5 years. That would be awesome, to go tackle. So again, I think just to recap, that was about kind of going to be a piece together project by our electric utility over the next 2 to 3 years, and kind of what they've just kind of penciled out is probably about a $400,000 to $500,000 project of refurbishing and putting in that or joining those circuits together. So that would come to you as normal bid approvals, et cetera, and we'd probably just keep a sheet tabulation of that, and once we get a little bit firmer numbers, we'll incorporate it into here. But we just wanted to make sure that you guys knew about it, so if you saw that start coming, they get to work on that here this spring and the summer, but we're going that correct direction, Matt.
With the size of the water improvements that we want to do, we're talking about doing, is that going to push like a Circuit 14 project back if we decide to tackle the water, or is that something?
Oh, that one. Yeah, I don't think, because that's, again, they're their own separate utility, so I kind of see them as standing on their own. In this scenario with the electric utility, we're not borrowing, it's self-funding through their operating fund and their equipment fund and whatever else, so, that's kind of a separate crew and that's their own thing, and we're not gonna be bonding for it, so that'd be a completely different financial strategy to get that water plant paid for, but that's the
Theoretically,
question.
we have both.
Correct.
Got another question, kind of on the same line. When we went all underground up on the north campus
Sure.
with electricity, how difficult is that to go from above ground to go underground?
Yeah, well, Tyler, yeah, it's really difficult in existing infrastructure. I would say there's a lot of stuff, and if you remember when we approved the hydrovac last week or last time, and there's gate marks on the ground. That's what you're really battling against. So it's slow, it's expensive. It's definitely, probably the preferred way to go if you can do it. There might be opportunities where they can do that piecemeal together, but I think your per foot cost is significantly
That's what I
more.
was wondering. I mean, I
Now,
was just thinking
yeah.
about, this last weekend,
Yeah.
we had a
Underground.
25 to 30 mile an hour wind with all the,
Yeah.
frozen lines. I mean, every line in town would have been down.
Yeah.
2 degrees
Yeah.
colder.
Yeah.
And see, up at North Campus, that's probably a lot easier because it's virgin
Right, 'cause
ground,
that
nothing
was
out there, so
fresh
that's
thing and,
it's fairly simple, I guess, to do. So yeah, that would be
Okay,
the
that's
comment
what I
on that. Yeah. So, all right, well, we'll get tackling on that.
Safe routes to school.
All right, yeah, kind of the last piece, this is just again more of an update. We were able to have a meeting here, we had a pretty good turnout. Again, Matt and Mayor Tom were able to come and represent you guys there. So all in all, a lot of positive comments and some some feedback, and just probably some questions or concerns that I kind of figured were probably going to show up, and we were able to, I think, answer those satisfactorily. And basically at this point, Katie and I are chasing after people, trying to get this done as quick as possible. The sooner we can get submitted, that puts us on the bid letting that much sooner. So it'll happen when it happens, and we'll get it knocked out, and the project will commence. But yeah, I think it was a positive time and a good model for, especially if we're gonna keep doing some more projects to get people involved and answer those questions.
Percentage wise, where are you at as far as the people that you've been able to, are you halfway done?
Yeah, I'd say halfway.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yep. And
I'm probably
I've got contacts now for everybody. I had to track down JP Morgan Chase Bank, which was a challenge, but
JP's gonna sign it though, so.
Yeah,
yeah.
good.
yeah, I
Are
actually
you
got a call back.
Are you gonna be able to fly there and have them do it?
Yeah.
He's gonna fly here.
Yeah, boy.
So that was a fun one. But yeah, we've got contacts for everybody, so it's just a matter of
Chasing them down, yeah.
And unfortunately, it's a KDOT project, so we can't do bid letting until 90 days after we have all the easements stamped.
So we're chasing hard, but they're all out there, just a matter of getting it, committed to it and get it done. That's probably something we'll probably really tackle here the next.
I don't know
couple
why
days.
it's 90 days, but even after we have all those easements, we have to wait that 90 days before we can do bid.
How's the gas service coming on East Main?
They are supposed to be done here, what did CJ tell me? I think by the first part of next week. so that's probably gonna be a week after that.
And is the,
So.
down at Belleville to where they can,
Well, what we're gonna do, Ken, is on, the 24th, I'm just kind of pulling memory here, is meet with pavers around that time, one of those days. And maybe I'll send that out in case you guys want to come, or somebody wants to come, that'd be awesome. Just to see what this means. So unfortunately, you know, especially since it's been this long and Kansas Gas knew about it a long time ago, it's frustrating, but it's not the first time, according to Stuart, that this has happened on some of their projects, so it's just what we're dealing with. It's probably gonna push it past the harvest, you know, thing we were hoping for. I mean, it's just, unless we just have the most perfect spring, but of course, they're gonna have other projects that are gonna be behind on as well. So, we gotta talk, I'm just speculating, but I'm guessing that since we're 2 months behind, you know, trying to get it only 2 weeks longer to still get done by the end of May is probably gonna be a tough ask. But we'll see where they're at and see what we can figure out and how we can spend it. And, you know, there's other access points in the town. We made it through K-14, we can make it through this too, so Lloyd.
Did we have a water main break down here on
Yes, sir.
Court Street?
Yep, so Court Street, they had a water main break that did get fixed. Kind of one of the, again, we don't have the project up here on yet, but kind of one of the projects that identified with Jim and Click and Stewart was, and obviously we all know, we drive on his court as far as kind of an internal project that we could tackle, you know, our street crews could tackle. It's, you know, pretty short and easy, and the intersection's already done from when they did Mill. So they are looking at that. Those water mains through there are, part of them are new. That section I think is old, and the sewer lines, they may just sleeve, so if we're gonna tear it up and redo it all, we might just fix some of that
Are you
stuff.
talking the 100 block of
Yes.
East Court?
Yeah.
Isn't there like a lot of infrastructure under that street?
I don't know, but that was my question really, was, I was getting to the point, when are we gonna fix that street? Because
Yep.
it's been in the offing for
Yep,
probably
yeah,
25
so,
years.
yeah, well, that, I actually already have numbers from Click on it, asked for them last month, and then when this happened, I kind of like, oh, well, we probably should figure out what we got underneath it for water and sewer, so we're getting that figured out. And it's not terribly bad, Matt, I saw the plan, I mean, the stuff, I mean, there's a water and sewer line under both sections of it, but
They're gonna update the sidewalks too when they go through there, just like they did.
yeah, I'm not sure, yeah, I think that's what we'd have to take an inventory, I don't know what kind of repair they're in, actually, what I need to walk it myself, but, you know, the curb, there's probably some spots, so, yeah, it's, you know, obviously we'll try to do it as affordably as we can, but if there's some areas we need to update and fix, and we'll do that too, but, so, yeah, I just, was gonna get those numbers, and then maybe I kinda need to sit down and see what's under the couch cushions to get that maybe knocked out this summer, 'cause I think that'd be a nice piece to get knocked out, and especially with the downtown there is concerned, Jim has talked to me about, especially some of the sewer lines downtown, they're gonna start doing some cameraing of them to kind of see what the status is. There's some opportunities just to sleeve some of that stuff, and so this would knock out a couple sections of that potentially if we thought it needed it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Anything
that's
else?
all I have, yeah.
Okay,
8:15.
we'll stand adjourned. Thanks everyone for coming out this evening.
Where are you going?